wanna push you away. Some days people don't see you, you feel like you're in the way. Today you feel as everyone hates, pointing their finger looking at your mistakes. You do good, but they want great. No matter what you give, they still wanna take. Give your love and they throw it back. You give your heart, they go on attack. When there's nothing left for you, only thing that you can do, say today.
How could a man hit a target he could not see? That's a pretty good question. Here's another one. How can you hit a target you do not have?
Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing great, staying safe and sane and healthy out there, and just everybody getting along. I really have missed you guys. I've been having a lot going on, been dealing with quite a bit here lately, and you know, nothing that's gonna keep me down or anything like that. I'm fine. You know, it's just sometimes your 5-gallon bucket fills up with 10 gallons worth of shit, and it's hard to, you know, contain everything. So that's what's been going on, but I'm fine, you know, I'm good. But today's video, I wanted to talk about 2 different kinds of people in the world. Now, Zig Zigler, if you don't know who that is, look into it. It's that guy. Well, he's awesome. He tells you know, he's a motivational speaker, and you know, I was listening to him talk, and he brought up 2 kinds of people in this world. There's people out there that get up every single day, they go to work, they get up and go to work, and then they get up the next day and they go to work, then they get up the next day and they go to work. And they always complain about the time. They always complain about not having enough time to do that. You don't have enough time. No, you have plenty of time. You don't have any direction. You have no direction whatsoever to point you in any specific way. You just kind of float on to wherever this group's going, or wherever this, you know, you just kind of wander around in life, and you don't really do much of anything. And at the end of your days, you're few days older and one step further away from a goal that you didn't even have. So the 2 different kinds of people that I'm talking about in life is, I want you to ask yourself, are you a meaningful specific, or are you a wandering generality? Meaningful specifics, they have goals set out for themselves. They know things. They can, you know, they see something in their way, like a problem or an issue, and boom, just knock it right off the thing. They go to work every single day with a greater goal in mind. They don't complain about having, you know, oh man, this is a long ass day, man. No, look forward to the future. That's what meaningful specifics do. They have a goal. A car is meant to drive. A house is meant to live in. A train is meant to carry things. The human body has purpose as well. And if you don't use that potential, then you're what's known as a wandering generality. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's plenty of people out there. I mean, there a lot of people will call them quote unquote dreamers, and that's fine, man. You know, you have every single right to do that. And when people look down on you, it's because they have worked really, 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 really hard and struggled to provide for themselves. And when they see somebody else that's just kind of like, whatever, it really gets under your skin, because it's not that they're jealous of you or they look down on you or anything like that. That's not what this is about. It's about them looking at you and seeing your potential and seeing who you are and thinking to themselves, wow, what a waste. You know, it's like, this dude, man, he's got so much potential, and this is his life. This is who, you know, he chooses to be. No job, no nothing, just mooch off the government, you know, if they even went that far as to even do that, you know. that kind of stuff, you know. People like that, sometimes they do have goals that we don't really know about, or that we don't really even see. And there's also quote unquote late bloomers that happen much later in life, you know. And there's people that have literally became, you know, granted money doesn't make you, that's not what I'm saying, but there's people that's become, you know, millionaires at, you know, 50 something years old, you know. So it's not it's not about that. It's a matter of having something set in front of you, a big picture, and knocking off little bitty goals until you get there to that big one. You know, that's I don't know how many of you guys are into video games, but that's like the final boss, you know what I mean? Well, you got to keep that final boss in your head, because that one right there, that's going to be the hardest one to achieve. That is going to be the big daddy, and that's what you got to keep your mind focused on. Everything else that comes before that, that's okay, that's all right. They're little bitty problems, you handle them as they come. What you don't want to do is let things build up and build up and build up, and what happens is you have a bunch of little micro problems that have now become one gigantic ball that's rolling down the hill and about ready to take out the whole damn town. So you don't want that to happen. You want to, if something happens, just stop, evaluate what I need to do, knock it off if you can, and move on to the next thing. Because I guarantee you, there's some other bullshit just literally waiting around the corner to show its ugly head. And it always does, no matter what. So you have to be ready for these things, you know, and be understanding when they do happen. And don't, you know, just get run over by your emotions and just be like, well, I don't know what to do, and just, you know, flat out give up. Because a lot of people do that, and when they do, man, they end up paying the ultimate price. They miss out on good things in life that you could have done, things that, you know, you had the opportunity to take part in, that you now just don't. You don't anymore. I mean, those opportunities, that ship has sailed, as they say. So, you know, that's, you need to have some kind of focus. Again, I don't tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. But it's always good to have some kind of focus in life and have some kind of goal set. And it's always very important to know where you came from in life. You don't want to forget your roots. You never, ever want to forget your roots and forget, you know, those small little victories that you had on your way to the big show. You know, you don't want to do that. You don't want to look back and think, you know, again, I keep saying the same thing, but you don't want to look back and wonder what if. You just don't, you know. You want to, if you do wonder what if, I want you to wonder, what if I hadn't have taken that opportunity? You know, could you imagine where we would be right now if we hadn't have, that thing, that good idea that I had, that notion in my head that I was 100% certain that was going to happen, and you took a gamble on it and that actually happened. You are more than welcome to look back on that. Trust me. That is a goal. I mean, that's a mega win in your book, you know. So yeah, you're absolutely 100% entitled to look back at that. You go right ahead. What you don't want to do is look back and think to yourself, you know, I failed, I did this, I did, you know. No, you didn't. You simply didn't achieve the goal that you set out for yourself. But that's all right, because you can do it again. You can try it again. If it was a time sensitive thing, well, then, you know, make peace with that and understand that that didn't happen at the appropriate time that I wish it did. And, you know, maybe that's just kind of where I'm at with it, you know. So sometimes you have to accept the fact that, you know, maybe your goal, it didn't work out, you know. So again, be at peace with that and understand where that comes from, and learn to appreciate it. I always say, learn to appreciate your failures, because those are the failures that you have in life are always gonna precede the victories, you know, and that's just the way it always will be. You know, you're going to have to fail and fail and fail time and time and time and time and time again until you get it right. And when you do get it right, it's going to be so much more sweeter. When you actually accomplish the goals that you set forward for yourself, man, that victory is so much sweeter and it's so much better. And if you don't have any goals, if you don't have any kind of drive or will or anything in life to do anything with that, then what's going to happen is you will basically live your life. You'll maybe retire. You know, a lot of people like that work until they're dead. You know, I hate to say that, and I see that a lot on like construction sites and stuff like that, is these old men that are out there, I'm talking, you know, in their 70s, that are out there, they're working construction. They're out there, you know, on roofs, and you think, wow, man, good for them. That's good. You know, at that age, they're still out there kicking ass. No, it's because they don't have a choice. They don't have a choice in life. They have to be out there or be homeless. It's one or the other. And that's a wandering generality. You know, yeah, they had a shitload of awesome stories to tell, and I'm sure they've had a really fun life, you know. But at the end of the day, when your time draws near, you're not going to have anything to show for that, or you're not going to have anything to say, yeah, I did that, or no legacy will be left behind at all. It'll just be straight up, you know, he was a funny guy, or he was a whatever, you know, man, that guy could drink him under the table. I'll tell you what, he was nuts, you know, and just ha-has, which is great, you know. But don't you want to have something, when you look back at life, don't you want to have something that people will positively remember you for and think, wow, I really, really am glad I had the opportunity to know that person. Like, I feel, you always want to be a person that people feel fortunate to be around, or be a friend that people feel extremely fortunate and extremely thankful to have in their life. You know, try to be that for people, because that's going to win. That's going to get you, you know, really, really far in life, and it's going to do nothing but help you, you know. And it's not about impressing this person or impressing that person or anything like that. It is 100% about you. It is, you worry about yourself, and everybody else will come along in the long run. But right now, if you're having issues, if you're having focus issues and stuff like that, if you find yourself as a wandering generality, what you need to do is just stop what you're doing and assess what is the most important to you. What do you look for in life? What do you hope to achieve? And once you figure that out, start working on, okay, I know what I want. How do I get that? And that's what you have to do. And that's it. Again, it's just like, yeah, duh, no shit. Well, dude, some people may not get that. Some people may not understand that, and they don't really understand that it really is that simple, and that's how it works. So, I mean, if seem like I'm just teaching bare bones information, well, sometimes people need to be taught that and hear that, you know. And that's exactly what I'm trying to you know, convey here is that simple fact, you know. So, but I want to put a clip in right here at the end, and you guys can hear Mr. Zigler's, he explains it a lot better than I do. This is in dedication to Zig Zigler. He was a good guy, and yeah, I've listened to his stuff for many years, and he has a lot of great things to say. This is by no means a commercial for him or anything like that, but a lot of the stuff that I talk about is stuff that he has also addressed. And you know, sometimes it's good to put things in your own terms, you know what I mean, or your own way of saying and doing things. And that's kind of what I do with my videos and stuff, is, you know, I try to help people as well as convey a good message, and you know, maybe motivate you guys and push you along a little bit in life. So you never know. So having said that, I need to get back to work. I love you guys so much. please enjoy the clip. I will see you guys next week. We'll be back to our Monday drops, and we'll keep, just keep the ball rolling. If you haven't already, go over and subscribe to Motivated One Music, or just Motivated Music, whichever, however you want to look it up. Merch store still open. There'll be a link in the description. Still got bags available if you guys are interested. Also a link in the description. And having said that, enjoy the clip. I love you guys. I'll see you next week, and I hope you all stay safe, sane, healthy, motivated. Don't look back. Don't ask what if, and just keep living your life. Keep smiling, because that's the one true way that you're going to tell people, I'm all right. I got this. I love you guys.
Besides, planes are built for flying. Ships are built for sailing. Houses are built for living. And man, too, was built for purpose. He was designed for accomplishment. He's engineered for success. He's endowed with the seeds of greatness. And the greatest danger we as human beings have is when we do not do anything at all. People today complain of lack of time. It's not lack of time that's the problem. It's the lack of direction. Are you a wandering generality, or are you a meaningful specific? Are you going to work tomorrow because that's what you did yesterday? If that's the reason you're going tomorrow, you won't be as good tomorrow as you were yesterday, because you're 2 days older and no closer to the goal you do not have. What about you personally? Have you got your goals laid out? Are you a meaningful specific, or are you a wandering generality?